Good morning. Today is Cultural Days, and at the Silver Moccasin in Cobalt, we are going to be handing out little samples of Bannock. It's an Indian fry bread. So if you want to watch this video and learn how to make Bannock, I will show you, okay? So bear with me. We are going to start with 3 cups of flour. You want to sift that. There's 1, 2, 3 cups of flour. And then you want 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Okay. And that's all I use. The recipe calls for salt, but you don't need salt in anything these days. So now you just sift it into your bowl like that. And then you need 1/4 cup of margarine. I like to use the hard stuff because it's works better than that soft hydrogen stuff. You know, this hard, use this hard stuff. 1/4 cup of that, and then you have one of these if you have one. I used to use a fork too. It takes longer, but this one works too. Better, a lot better when you're making, because I'm making Bannock every day almost nowadays. So now you're going to sift that. Blend it in until it's crumbly. My butter's a little bit hard, but anyway, you want it to be softer, like at room temperature, so it blends a lot easier. But anyway, if you want to see here, you can, you just blend it in together till you can't really see the butter anymore. Or the margarine, I should say. Don't use butter. I've tried butter before. It doesn't work. Too greasy. And I tried that soft stuff out of the tub. It doesn't work either. And a lot of recipes calls for lard or shortening. I've tried everything. And I have found that this margarine, and it doesn't have to be any brand, just no name brand, it works the best. So, and it doesn't take long. And so to that, you're going to add 1.5 cups of water. Blend it in, and then you make a little well in the center so that where you put your water in. And I need a fork. So if you could see that, you're gonna want to put a little well in the center there. And then you drop your water in there. You want 1.5 cups. So you're gonna put 1 cup in there in the center. And another 1/2 cup. And then you start blending it, mixing it really well, scraping the sides of the bowl and making sure that all the flour is wet, moist, evenly distributed, and that there's no flour stuck to the sides of the bowl. I need a little bit more water. Just a tad, but maybe a teaspoon more because I didn't measure in 1/2 cup. Anyway. You want it to be a little more moist than dry, that's for sure, because you can always dry it with some flour later when you're rolling it. Okay. So that's what mine what my dough looks like here. You can see that. It's nice and it's not sticking to the sides of the bowl. And so now we need a little bit of flour to roll your dough into. Don't need much. So this first one, I'm going to just bake it in the oven. Okay. And make sure your hands are washed. I always wash mine first, but just to show you that I am washing my hands. Okay. Okay, so you don't want to touch it too much because, I don't know, dough is very touchy, sensitive. You don't like to be touched too much. So now, so that, you're going to put it onto a cookie sheet and spread it around. I'm just making plain one today. I usually make blueberry one, but maybe a lot of people don't like blueberries, so I'll just introduce the plain Bannock to the customers today. And it's a nice sunny day, so we should get lots of visitors, hopefully. There. So you just spread it around. I put mine on a pizza pan because it's convenient for me. Okay. So there. Now, on the top, you take an egg white, just the egg white, and you stir it up a little bit like that. So it gets a little bit foamy like, and then you just, maybe half of the egg is good, and you spread that around the top. And it'll give it a nice shiny look to it at the end when it's done. So that's all you do for that. That is the Bannock, and you're going to put that into the oven at 350 and leave it bake for half an hour. So while that's baking, I think I might have time to do some fry bread. Are you going to watch me? Okay.